Taylor Guitars continues to celebrate their 50th anniversary, this time with very unique models. We're going to tell you all about them. Stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, you can visit our spring store link below for custom swag and check out our newest episode of our podcast. It's called the Fretboard Confessional. It's now on YouTube as well, or you can subscribe and listen to the audio podcast. So new episodes are here, more are coming, so that's pretty fun. This is also pretty fun. Taylor has been coming out with unique models for their 50th anniversary, which is this year, but these are probably two of the most unique guitars that they have put out so far. We have two to show you today. The one that I have is a 614 CE 50th anniversary limited edition, and you have?
I got the 858E limited 50th anniversary.
Very different guitars. Obviously, one's a 12 string, one's a 6 string. That would be a big difference, but this is extremely different from anything that they've typically done, and one could argue extremely modern, whereas that in a lot of ways is more of a throwback model.
Yeah, it's the old school right there.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So we'll start here. This actually is very similar to a guitar that they did last year for the Catch event. I think that's the first time I saw a finish like this done. Yeah. It's a 614 CE. It has what Taylor describes as a milky white, transparent white with a white edgeburst finish. Sitka spruce top, flame maple back and sides. You've got a faux tortoiseshell binding, so no faux tortoises were harmed in the making of this guitar.
Thank God, dude.
That finish follows up the neck where you've got kind of, again, this white burst finish that's going on with it. And up here, given this kind of tuxedo look with the faux tortoiseshell, the ebony bridge, ebony fingerboard, you have green abalone rosette and winged bridge inlay all the way up to the headstock, which is really cool. And like all of the other 50th anniversaries, you got gold, baby. We struck gold. It's here. It's on the label, and it says 50th anniversary.
But don't forget the gold dots on those bridge pins.
Oh, and we can't forget the gold dots.
Those are rare. All
gold
right, those rock.
Dots of gold mother of pearl.
That Catch guitar, that white one, was one that regrettably we did not get because we got so many calls from people like, I saw this on so-and-so's site, but are you guys gonna get one? And we didn't, and it was really cool, but like it just didn't make the cut for us. But I've been wanting something like that for a while, and I've actually asked if we could do that on a custom guitar. So it's cool that we got, I guess, 1,974 of those in production.
That's right.
Pretty sure. But yeah, good looking guitar and totally modern. We got old school over on this side. Mm-hmm. So a couple years ago, Taylor did a limited edition 858, and it was nothing like this.
No.
It was a grand orchestra body, but way more in line with the current 800 series appointments. This is some of that old school, some of that stuff that you've kind of pointed towards a little bit in our Adirondack Top 814, right. Namely progressive diamonds, old school 800 series inlay, but you will not find a radius armrest on here or anything that you might have seen on the previous 858, which I will say, that was kind of a sleeper at the time too. They did the 858 and the K68, and we sold through all of them that we had, but it seemed like after the fact, a bunch of people started calling saying, hey, can we get an 858? Those are gone. These are here for a limited time.
Well, that's why I always do kind of the PSA with limited editions, because it's a common refrain. Someone watches our videos 6 months later, and hey, do you still have that guitar? No, that guitar's been gone for 6 months.
It's been gone, yeah. But Sitka spruce top, East Indian rosewood back and sides, grand orchestra body shape, white binding, like I said, progressive diamonds up the fingerboard, gold tuners, and white binding kind of going all the way up fingerboard and headstock. Yeah, it's a blast from the old school past.
It's interesting because aesthetically, it's a late 90s 800 series. Yeah, in a lot of ways. But the body is, of course, new. Yeah. It would have been a jumbo body back then instead of the Grand Orchestra, which is the Neo Jumbo that Andy Powers designed. It was actually the first body shape he designed at Taylor. But
is that rosette?
That rosette is a callback as
well?
Yeah, like really all of the appointments, even the tortoiseshell pick guard different from the rosewood pickguard that you
Yeah.
would see on them right now. So yeah, that crisp white binding, that tortoiseshell pickguard, that rosette, and the progressive diamond inlays all screams late 90s, early 2000s, 800 series. And really, going back further, you can look at some of the very classic photos of Bob Taylor working on like old 810s, and this would have been the aesthetic choices with that inlay.
So of the 50 models thus far, which they're kind of, in terms of new stuff, I'm pretty sure we're nearing the end, kind of. You know, they loaded us up at the beginning with 314 and 814 builders and the 314 builders and the 217. You know, we got the good stuff, GS Mini. But this is definitely the most callback old school Taylor, which is nice to have in there because a lot of that builder stuff, yes, that's a love letter to the modern classics, but having a big old jumbo that gives you the vibe of, like, you know, we were watching a video the other day with Squeeze playing on Unplugged, I think, and they, you know, that was early Taylor usage.
Yeah.
Like late 70s, early 80s, something like that. So it's cool to kind of, in the 50th, kind of look back to some glory days, early stuff. Very fun. And then you got the modern.
The neat thing about this is while it looks vintage, it's modern, not just the body, but it's got the V-class bracing. It's got the kind of dual anchor bridge pin system that they're using with those gold dots. Don't forget the gold dots.
You can't forget the gold dots, dude.
But yeah, where you're basically anchoring the pairs with a single bridge pin V-class, which is going to improve your sustain, your volume, your intonation, which is important on 12-string, and really kind of the touch sensitivity on this particular body shape as well. So two very, very cool guitars. Obviously, they sound dramatically different just because one's a 6-string and one's a 12-string, but yeah, they're pretty awesome. We should take a listen. All right, so there you have it. Great playing by the Coopermeister over here. And very cool guitars, very unique. And like we said at the onset, limited. Their 50th anniversaries, all the 50th anniversaries, each model has been limited to 1,974 or 1974, the year that Taylor started. You were talking about throwbacks. You know, they used to make this as a jumbo. I saw a throwback Taylor the other day in Prince's Raspberry Beret video. So if you ever go watch that video, pay attention. He's not the one playing it. One of the members of his band is playing this purple with multicolored jumbo Taylor, which I have in some old books of mine. So pretty cool stuff.
That's very cool. So these came out today, which is June 14th, aka 6/14, which we've been looking forward to for a while because we've had these for a little bit, kind of burning a hole. There was sort of this thing of like, we're going to put these out in April or May, but it's cool that they stuck with 6/14. Unfortunately, but fortunately, since these came out today, we knew exactly who would like this guitar. So the one that you're seeing right now is going to a friend of ours. However, and it's not like we gave it to him. All right, like we're not just giving away guitars to our buddies.
No.
But we have a couple more of each of these, and we have access to them. So if you're watching within the next couple months, yeah, there's a chance we could probably get some more of these. If you're watching in a year, they're going to be gone. But if you're subscribed to the channel and you get a surprise drop on 6/14, there's a pretty good chance you could call us in and get your hands on a little something, something. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Another way you can find out if we have it in stock is go to our website. It's
alamomusic.com.
Good job. Yeah. So on alamomusic.com, you can check out our inventory. It'll tell you if it's in stock. Usually if it's not, it'll say kind of call. And you know, if it's not showing as available to purchase, you should still call. You know why? Because sometimes one's about to arrive. And we know that. If you don't want to call because you're introverted, you can just message us through the website or send us an email. We'll help you. We're here to help get you the right guitar, so don't you worry about it. And you know, like Cooper said, subscribe, like the videos, comment, and you know, all the things that you should do so that if they come out with anything else, you'll know. Because correct me if I'm wrong, they didn't publish everything initially, but we saw these at NAMM.
We saw these at NAMM.
I don't recall anything else that we saw at NAMM that hasn't come out yet. I take that back. There's a few things. Maybe not 50th anniversary. There's some cool stuff.
It's called the PSGS Mini.
It's a GS Mini that's, the top's no longer spruce. It's just a sheet of abalone.
Oh, yeah.
But that abalone's been roasted.
Mm-hmm.
It's been torrefied. And then the back and sides are made of golden mother of pearl to keep the golden aspect going.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first.
Binding, faux tortoise. So that's actually real tortoise.
I love it.
Yeah.
For the gold tuners, they just put golden nuggets for the knobs.
I think it was 2 gold doubloons.
A Cougarant inlaid here. So.
Yeah. No PSGS Mini, but you know, there's some fun stuff coming through. But fans of 12 strings and 600 series, I guess we can probably say these are your things.
These are your things.
Yeah.
Get them while they last.
Don't think that there's going to be like 5 more 600 series coming out. This is the 600 series representation. So feel comfortable knowing that and let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know in the comments and keep coming back for more. We'll see you next time.